Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today's session will go with one more function in Numpy, that is a sort function. So how to apply this sort function? So we know that there are different sorting techniques we have seen in the C language or data structures and everything. So here by default it will be applying this sort function. So here we are having the sort function, so it will directly sort the given elements. So by default sorting technique it was using first a quick sort. Okay, so we did not mention the sorting technique, so by default it will be taking as a quick sort. And this sorting function will be having a different parameters. The first one is the array, so which we are supposed to sort the elements. We have to pass this array as a first argument, and the second argument is access. So through which access this sorting should be done. Okay, the element should be sorted belonging to which access. So by default it will be -1. By default it will be -1. So based upon the last access it will be keep on sorting the elements. So don't worry, I will show you the execution part in the interpreter. And the third one is the kind. The kind attribute, it will take the sorting techniques. Okay, it will take the sorting techniques, either it is a quick sort or it may be a merge sort, or okay, likewise the third parameter will be considered as a quick sort, and by default it will be treating as a quick sort technique, sorting technique. Okay, and the third one is the order. So if our array is having a different fields with different orders within different fields, so based upon the field we can sort the elements. Okay, we can sort the elements based upon the fields, right? For that purpose we are going to use this fourth parameters. So these are the four parameters which are going to be used in a sort function, and we can just ignore this kind because we can go with the quick sort. So whatever the sorting technique it may be, so we'll get the same result. Okay, the procedure will be different, but finally, as this is a function, we'll get the sorting order. All the elements will be in a sorting order. Either it may use a quick sort or a merge sort or any other sorting techniques. We will finally get the sorting results. So we can just skip this third parameter and we'll go with this three parameters: array, and the second one access, along with which access it should be sorted, and the third one is the order, in which order, right? So the first one, array means we know that in order to sort the elements we have to create an array with a number of elements, and based upon the array we'll execute the sorted will be applied. And the second one is access. So based upon the access it will be sorting. So if our array consists of some 50, some 40 and some 30, and the two dimensions, so this is the array. Okay, so some 10 and 20 and 60. Okay, so if you are passing this array to the sorted technique, if you simply apply the sort, okay, if you simply apply the sort, we'll get the result as 30, 40, 50, and similarly 10, 20, 60. So this is the result we'll get if you apply the simply sorting technique. Okay, sort of some a, let it be a is equal to, let it be the array, so np dot sort of a. So before that we have to import the numpy as np. So I am giving some alias name. So we have supposed to call these functions with using the alias name. So np dot sort of a. And if the same thing I have implemented with the one more parameter, np dot sort of a comma access is equal to 0. Access is equal to 0. That implies, so 0th axis, based upon the 0th axis it will be sorted. So you can observe here, see 10 is compared with all the three elements. So 10 is less than 30, 40, 50. So 30 will be replaced with the 10. So 10 will be moved up. And 20 again compared with all these elements. So 20 is less than 40, and 60 is greater than 50. So it will be remain same. So 10, 20, 50, and automatically 30, 40, and 60. So this will be the result if you sort the elements based upon the access 0. So this is the access 0, and So all the elements should be less than, lesser elements should be in access 0 when compared to the access 1. Okay, so that if there are any elements in access 2, I mean access 1, which are less than the access 0, those elements will be replaced. So here the same thing happens here. So 10 and 20 are the less numbers when compared to the access 0. So automatically these elements will be moved up and these elements will be moved down. So this will be the result for sorting the elements of array when with respect to the access 0. Okay, so don't worry, I will execute the same thing so that you will be understanding. Okay, now the next one is how to sort the elements based upon the order wise. We will see the order wise elements. So first of all, while creating the elements, we are supposed to give the data type so that it will be mapping with the elements. So I will show you that. So first create the fields. First of all, create the fields, some order, or okay. So we'll take some d is equal to, define the order here. So np dot, give the data types of order. So take one thing. So I will take the students list. So name, comma, it must be of string. So here the string is a Unicode. So here we have to specify the string data type with a S10. Okay, and the second one is a percentage, which is of a float data type. Okay, which is of a float data type. See, this is the order, the fields, the names of the fields I have given here, and that is assigned to D. And this should be reflected while creating an array. See, I will create an array. A is equal to np dot array of. So I will take the elements. See, some A, B, C. Give the percentage, some 90.5. Take the one more student data, some, sorry, one second. So I will take D, E, F, okay, and the percentage is some 80.3, and consider one more element, G, H, I, with a percentage 65.3. So here we have to map this data type to these elements. Okay, unless you map this, so these field names will not be mapping to these elements. Okay, so here in order to mapping we are having the attribute d type. D type is equal to whatever the thing we are assigning to this one. This should be happens here. Right. So now we are creating an array with the elements which should follow the data types of this D. So D is having two data types, so name and percentage. So name will be assigned to string and that will be treated with this first argument or first input. And coming to the second one, that is a percentage which is a float data type, that will be mapping to this 90.5. Right. Now if you want to sort this according to the order, now we have to go with np dot sort of, here the A, okay, we can remove the access, no problem. Simply we can go with order is equal to, you have to give the name, either name or percentage, So if you give as a name, order name, so based upon the name, it will be sorted, the elements will be sorted. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So A is a alphabetical order. If you consider the alphabetical order, A will come first, so this element will be printed first, and then D, E, F. So D and G. So D is the first, so D, E, F will be printed second, and the G, H, I will be printed at the end. So according to the alphabet wise, the sorting will be applied. Okay, and if you want to sort the elements in the order of percentage with the help of percentage, so there is a one more field called percentage. So if you go with this, so first it will search for the elements will be sorted in an ascending order. So lowest percentage will be coming to the first. So among these three, this one is having the lowest percentage, so this one will be printed first, and among these two, this one is the lowest percentage. DEF will be printed second and this will be printed third. So that means the elements will be sorted based upon the fields. Okay, based upon the order field or fields, the elements will be in a sorted order. So either it may be an alphabetical order or it may be an ascending order. So based upon the or field name we are giving in the sort function, the elements will be get sorted. Okay, so this is how we can use the sort function in Numpy, right? So we will move on to the interpreter. I will show you the execution of this sort function, right? So let us move on to the interpreter. So just now we have seen the syntax for sort function in Numpy. So now we'll see the practical implementation of this sort function. So we know that the sort function is used to sort a different kind of elements, right? So in an ascending order. So here we will use the sort function in the Numpy. So before going to that, we have to import the Numpy by using some alias name, or we can directly import. So I will import Numpy by using the alias name Numpy as np. So after importing that, we can create one array with a number of elements and then we'll apply the sort function and we'll see. So there are different arguments or parameter given to the sort function, so we'll see one by one. So first I will create one array. So array is equal to, by using some array function, so here we are supposed to pass a list of elements, some 50, 40, 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so I have to call this by using numpys. Okay, np.array of this one. So if I print a, automatically we'll get the elements. Okay, array of elements. Now we have to apply the sort function so that the complete elements will be arranged in a sorted order. So for that we are going to use the sort function np.sort of, we have to pass a. Okay, automatically we'll get the sorted elements. So there are different parameters we can see. So we can sort the elements by using the access value. Here we are not having a multiple access, so we are just skipping that one, and by default it will be access will be -1. Okay, and then there is a kind attribute which can be used for different kinds of sorting techniques. So we know that there are different sorting techniques like merge sort, quick sort and all these things. So we can, by default it will be a quick sort, so we can just ignore that kind. And the last parameter is an order. So if our array consists of a number of fields, ordered fields, so we can sort the fields based upon the order also. So there we have to specify the order. Okay, now we'll go with the multiple accesses, so that we'll see if you observe here, I will create one more function, one more array, np.array. So I will give some 50, 40, 30 and followed by some 20, 10 and 90. Sorry, yeah. So if you print this b, we'll get the two-dimensional arrays. Now I will sort this one. See, I will sort this one by using the access 0. Access is equal to 0. That means whatever the elements we are having, the elements will be the elements will be sorted in a 0th axis. So you can observe here. So if you press enter, you can see. Oh, sorry, I have given the b. Okay, here we have to give b. You can observe here. So in the 0th axis, we'll get the lowest elements. See, the 20 is in the lowest element, then 50. So 20 will be replaced, and 10 is the lowest among 40 and 30. For 10 will be replaced. So we'll get 20, 10, and 30. Okay. So hope you observed. First 20 in the second axis will be compared with the first axis. So 50 and 20 is lesser, so 20 will be replaced with the 50. And similarly 10 will be compared with all the elements. So 10 is small among all the elements, so 10 will be replaced with the 40, right? So that's why we'll get 20, 10 and 30. So this is sorting around the axis, along the axis. So 0. So if you are not mentioning anything, by default it will be the last axis, and see, we'll get the complete. So in the one dimension, will all the elements have been in a sorted order, and the second dimension, all the elements will be on a sorted order. Okay, right. This is how we can use this access, right? Let us create one order, and then we'll go with that one. Okay, so np dot d type, some d is equal to np dot d type. I will give first one as a name of a student. Let us take a new name in a percentage. Okay, name, and which is of a string type, so representing the string by s10. Okay, and then the next one is a float, that means a marks, or a percentage. We can take it as a percentage. It's a float. So d has been defined, and now we will take one array, some st student is equal to np dot array of. We'll consider the elements. Okay, some abc, the name of the student, and a percentage, some 90.5, 90.3. so this is one thing, comma, and again we'll take one more student, some def. Okay, and I give the percentage, some 95.3, and again take the third student ghi with the name, I mean with the percentage, some 65.3 or 4. Okay, so I've taken sorry, so I have taken 3 students data. Okay, so you can observe here. Now I have to sort the elements based upon the percentage. So I am giving 2 different fields. One is a name and another one is a percentage. Accordingly, I have created a student list with the name, a corresponding name, and the percentages. Now I am supposed to sort these students based upon the field name, either percentage or the name. Okay, if you sort according to the name, automatically it will be given in a alphabetical order. So let us check. So np dot sort of, so what is the data, stud or comma, right? So order is equal to, let us take a percentage. See, no, see here you can see the cannot specify order when array has no fields. So here we are not given any field. Here we have to specify while creating that based upon the fields it have to be taken. So here we have to type d type is equal to, so the complete fields are given in d, variable d. So d type is equal to d, so that the fields will be joined. Right now, if you execute this one, see, you can observe. Okay, so it has been sorted, the elements, the names of students have been sorted based upon the percentage. You can observe 65.4 is the least percentage, and 90.3 and the 95.3. Right, so this is very important. Whenever you are creating any array based upon the fields, we have to give the d type as this particular variable. So this, okay, so that the fields, so d is having 2 fields, name and percentage. Those fields will be mapping with these 2 values. Okay, abc will be mapping to the name, and this percentage 90.3 will be mapping to the percentage. So that if you want to sort the elements based upon the field, so this will be useful for us. And if you sort according to the name, according to the name, according to the name it will be sorted. Okay, so first abc, next def, and next ghi. So this is how we can implement the sorting technique. Okay, so hope you understood this one simple technique. So 3 arguments. So there are 4 arguments. The first one is the array which we want to sort, and the second one is the axis, along which axis we have to sort, and next one is a kind. So which type of sorting technique we are supposed to use. By default it will be a quick sort. It's a perfect sort. We need not change it. So and the fourth argument is an order, so through which order we have to sort the elements of an array, right? So this is how we can apply the sorting technique. So hope you understood this sorting function. So let us stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding the sorting sort function, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section, so that definitely will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really understood my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So thanks for watching. Thank you very much.